Good day to the legendary Los Angeles Rams faithful. It's an absolute ripper of a day to be talking some proper gridiron. Before we get stuck into this massive news that's sending shockwaves through the NFL and the grassroots footy scene, do us a massive favor, smash that like button, chuck a comment down below about what you reckon of our star man, number 17, taking on this new gig, and make sure you're following the channel so you never miss a beat when it comes to the Rams and the biggest names in the league. Your support is what keeps this whole show on the road. Since the Los Angeles Rams season wrapped up, Puka Nacua hasn't been interested in taking a breather. The bloke who absolutely smashed historical records for receptions and yards as a rookie has decided that the 100-yard NFL field isn't enough of a playground for his ambition to impact the game. Nacua is officially diving headfirst into the coaching caper, but is not just doing it anywhere. He's joining the overtime OT7 league, which is easily one of the most prestigious showcases for high school 7-on-7 footy in the States. Puka's mission is a noble one and it's bloody personal. He's going to lead a side made up of the top young talent from his home state of Utah. For Nacua, this isn't just about drawing up a few plays or barking orders from the sideline. It's about giving back to his own. He told Forbes that as an athlete, the whole point of making it out of your hometown and representing your state is being able to help the next crop of kids trying to get to where you are. He knows his meteoric rise is a beacon of hope for these young blokes who look up to him like he used to look up to his own idols just a few years back. Now, for those who aren't across it, the OT7 League isn't just some casual spring hobby. It's a high-performance ecosystem where the who's who of national recruiting comes to play. Names that are currently killing it in college football, like Bryce Underwood at Michigan, Dante Moore at Oregon, and Carnell Tate at Ohio State, all use the overtime tournaments as a springboard to stardom. The 7-on-7 format is the pure essence of the passing game. Without the big fellas in the trenches on the offensive and defensive lines, the focus is entirely on the quarterback's precision, the refinement of the wide receiver's routes, and the agility of the defensive backs in coverage. For a bloke like Puka Nacua, who's a certified master of creating separation and has a pair of the safest hands in the business, teaching the art of shaking off a press coverage to these Utah teenagers is a massive technical edge that could literally change their careers. If the educational side of things is exciting, the competitive side of OT7 in 2026 is straight up cinematic. Puka Nacua isn't going to be the only big name on the sidelines. The league has pulled together a proper Pro Bowl caliber roster of mentors, including J.A.M.R. Chase, Cam Newton, Robert Griffin III, and, wait for it, none other than Aaron Donald. Yep, the man who spent a decade terrorizing quarterbacks and served as Puka's mentor during his rookie year is now going to be his tactical rival. Nacua, with that classic grin of his but a competitive streak that's tough as nails, has already sent a warning shot. He knows Donald doesn't show up to lose, and the dynamic of watching the most dominant defensive tackle in history trying to shut down an offense designed by his former teammate is the kind of storyline the NFL world absolutely lives for. Puka made it clear that Aaron knows he loves to compete, and while he's not keen on getting on Donald's bad side, he's going to make sure his boys play the absolute game of their lives against him. To really get why Puka chose to coach the Utah side, you've got to look at his roots. Utah has turned into a proper factory for NFL talent lately, and the Nacua family is basically royalty in those parts. Puka followed in the footsteps of his older brothers, and his journey through BYU before hitting the big time in LA is a source of huge local pride. By taking this role in OT7, Puka is strengthening the bridge between the raw talent in the Utah mountains and the bright lights of Hollywood. He's not just teaching footy, he's giving these kids the secret sauce to success, helping them navigate the same doubts he once had. Having an active Pro Bowler as a coach raises the bar for professionalism in the Overtime League, which is now entering its 5th season as a powerhouse in the recruiting world. Tactically speaking, what does Puka bring to the sideline? As a player, he's known for his footy IQ and his ability to read a defense in a split second. Working under Sean McVay, he learned the vital importance of blocking, combined routes, and using your frame to create passing windows. Translating that knowledge to 16 and 17-year-olds is a proper test of patience and coaching skill. We're expecting to see a Utah team under Nacua's guidance playing with the same aggression and joy he shows every Sunday. 7-on-7 footy requires lightning-fast thinking, and having an elite wide receiver explain how to bait a safety with a look or a shoulder shimmy is a luxury very few high school programs can dream of. This move is also a masterstroke for Puka's brand. He's quickly becoming one of the most likable and marketable faces in the NFL. His humility, mixed with a work ethic that's second to none, makes him the perfect ambassador for brands like Overtime and Forbes. While plenty of players use the off-season to completely switch off, Nacua chooses the field. That resonates with the Rams fans, who see their young star as a born leader who lives and breathes the game 24/7. The social media reaction has been huge, with fans from Utah and LA cheering the move, and draft analysts already keeping a close eye on the players Puka is going to be molding. The trend of active players getting involved in the grassroots is changing the recruiting game. It used to be that contact with idols was limited to one-day camps, but now with OT7, it's continuous, competitive, and broadcast to millions. Puka is at the sharp end of that change. He understands that the future of the NFL starts on the local park and in these spring tournaments. When the ball goes up in March for the start of the OT7 season, every eye will be on that sideline. We'll see Puka, clipboard in hand, likely using his own stories of grit to fire up a young quarterback who's just copped an interception. And of course, we'll all be waiting for that handshake, or that competitive stare down, between him and Aaron Donald. It's going to be a fair dinkum cracker of a season.